A single sentence, spoken inside a routine exit interview, ended a billion-dollar company in 91 days. No lawsuit, no press leak, no whistleblower hotline. Just one line, typed into an HR form that federal agents would later call the most efficient corporate collapse trigger in recent memory. Most employees believe their NDA is a cage. It isn't. It's a curtain. And curtains can be pulled back from the inside by anyone who knows exactly where the seam is stitched. Here's the cold reality. Corporate fortresses are not built on legal strength. They are built on silence. Billion-dollar legal teams exist to prevent information from ever reaching an official, time-stamped, federally discoverable record. That is the entire mechanism. NDAs, severance clauses, intimidation memos, mandatory arbitration, non-disparagement riders. None of them stop the truth. They only stop the truth from being written down in a place regulators can subpoena. And there is exactly one document inside every corporation that bypasses all of it: the exit interview transcript. Under U.S. labor law, statements made by a departing employee inside a documented HR exit process are considered business records. They become part of the company's official personnel file. Once recorded, they are discoverable by the SEC, the DOJ, OSHA, the IRS, and any federal agency with jurisdiction. NDAs cannot retroactively erase them. Arbitration clauses cannot bury them. Severance cannot unwrite them. This is the loophole the executive class does not want explained on camera. Now the case. A mid-level compliance officer at a publicly traded firm was being pushed out after refusing to sign off on 3/4 of restated revenue. Standard playbook. Generous severance, aggressive NDA, a non-disparagement clause with a 7-figure clawback. She signed nothing on the way out. Instead, she requested a formal exit interview, on the record, with HR, with a witness, with written documentation. She said one sentence: "I am leaving because I was instructed to misclassify recognized revenue across Q2 and Q3 to maintain guidance, and I have preserved the internal communications confirming this instruction." That sentence did 4 things simultaneously. It created a federally protected whistleblower record under Dodd-Frank. It established a documented retaliation timeline under Sarbanes-Oxley. It triggered mandatory preservation obligations on every internal email referenced. And it placed the company's general counsel on constructive notice, meaning any subsequent document destruction became obstruction. The HR representative had no authority to strike it from the record. The transcript was filed at 4:47 p.m. on a Thursday. By Monday morning, her attorney had filed a TCR submission with the SEC referencing the exit interview as Exhibit 1. By Wednesday, a preservation letter hit the company's legal department. Within 91 days, federal agents were in the lobby with a search warrant for the email server. The stock dropped 63% on the announcement. The CFO was indicted. 2 board members resigned. The company paid a $400 million settlement, and a separate $83 million whistleblower award was issued to the former employee. One sentence, one HR form, one legally weaponized exit. Here is what every founder, executive, and operator watching this needs to internalize. The corporate fortress is an illusion sustained by the assumption that departing employees will trade silence for severance. The moment one employee understands that the exit interview is a federal-grade evidentiary instrument, the entire intimidation architecture collapses. This is why elite employment attorneys now coach executive-level clients to refuse verbal exit interviews and demand written, witnessed, transcribed sessions. It is also why sophisticated corporations have quietly begun eliminating formal exit interviews altogether, replacing them with optional surveys that carry no evidentiary weight. The asymmetry is permanent. A company spends millions building legal walls. An employee spends 90 seconds dismantling them with a single recorded sentence, properly framed, properly timed, properly witnessed. If you operate a business, you are now on notice. If you work inside one, you understand the leverage you have never been told existed. The channels that explain how power actually moves inside corporations, regulators, and capital markets are rare, and the algorithm buries them by default. Subscribe so the next breakdown reaches you before the next collapse does. Because the fortress was never the law, the fortress was your silence, and silence has an exit door.